Hello and welcome back to Leviathan Distant Stars, our stars without number RPG. You are watching GeekSpaceTV, a non-profit streaming company? Corporation? Organization, collective.
Cult.
Cult. No, she's got that on lockdown.
Oh, sorry.
In the Seattle area. Excited to bring you this brand new story. We are coming back to the midst of our action. So let's do just a really quick round of names and character names. Let's go around this way.
I'm Dan Poslins. I am playing Lieutenant Carls Conrad Jr. No, wait, Lieutenant Conrad Carls Jr.
Yeah, the other way around.
Was too quick.
The humor.
Too quick.
I'm Sarah Scheller, and I'm playing Thea Brown.
I'm Claudia Jackie Dash, and I am playing Kika.
And I am Lizzie the Bold, and I am playing Ziana Rendrathi Tal Droxisto.
That is a beautiful name. And I am Lauren. You can find me at Random Tuesday. I go by either, and I am your GM for this adventure. So I am playing everyone else, including Hexy Kate tonight. I'm not really playing Hexy Kate. I realized the reason why I was affecting a moderately southern accent is that in like our very first rehearsals, Cheryl was playing Hexy with a southern accent. And
did she stop? I really like.
Well, she very smartly realized that once you start, you can't stop.
Yeah.
So,
she pulled it all the way back, and there's like maybe a moderate twang, but it's definitely not a southern accent. But that's apparently we have bubbly now, so I got him a little.
She's got a nice affectation, though.
But Hexy is played by Cheryl, who is currently on adventures in Europe right now. So you should tweet at her and tell her that she's awesome, and she was missed tonight.
We did.
But her character is currently still alive.
For now.
For now.
So we jump into our action. There has been we won't maybe call it a murder, but perhaps a mercy killing of a scientist.
Murder.
Who was turning into these monster creatures, these alien creatures that Kika has sort of supposed are not necessarily sentient or particularly intelligent, but seem to belong somehow to this large wreckage of a ship that they have been on, in which the I let them think they're in control. You're welcome. In which several of them were several of the scientists that the crew of the Batleth were accompanying were attacked and infected. Yeah, it was. I can't do it myself because technically it's like this way, and so you're doing it to the other person where these hands are going into this part of the brain.
We've learned about brain.
It's like
We know so much about this.
Hard. It's like this. They then encountered, as they were going back to their ship, the Batleth, where they were informed by Oksana, the sassy computer aboard their ship, that their ship had been penetrated by spines or spikes from the larger ship that they were in, much in the same way that this other ship that they had found as they were entering and docking had also been sort of attacked, claimed, penetrated. We're just gonna lean into that
You
word.
know, if we say the word enough, it won't become sexual.
That is definitely untrue.
And absolutely not how Twitch works.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure.
And in fact, now that we've said it like 3 times,
Yeah.
20 years from now.
I love your optimism in this situation.
That's true.
Wait, you guys find it sexual?
That explains a lot of things. They entered.
You'll have to explain that joke to me, because I'm also not getting it now.
Not at all. I was being sassy. They encountered a alien who appeared to them to be an unfamiliar form and features that attempted to communicate with them in a language that none of them understood, except for Ziana, who gained a few sort of vague flashes of insight. The alien sort of invited Ziana to come with her, and as an offering of help to prevent Ziana from also becoming like the fate of the scientists and needing a mercy killing or murder, depending on how you look at it.
Mercy killing.
Much like directions, it's relative.
Euthanization.
Yes.
Oh,
Ow.
we're getting dark areas.
And so
Can we add
Ziana
some
went with the alien aboard her ship, where they held hands in a intense and dramatic moment in which Ziana was maybe cured. It's unclear. She still has a creepy alien arm that has extra claws.
Extra claws?
Well, I mean, it has her normal number of fingers and
It
claws.
has claws.
But
I was
there are
like,
claws,
claws.
which she can now do unarmed damage that is significantly better than the normal unarmed damage that is dealt. But as a consequence,
Maybe
she
it's a good
also lost some hit points.
Permanently?
And, no, it's not permanent damage. Don't worry, I have plans. I have given you a gift. You have given me one in return.
Yeah, I know.
And it is the exchange. The contract is sealed.
Contract?
And I can't quite sink all the way down. So, Ziana also now has some sort of bioluminescent lines similar to those that were on the alien working their way up. They'll actually settle into a pattern that you will get to describe for me, and they can settle into more or less whatever location you would like on your body.
Wait, the LEDs?
The bioluminescent
She
lines.
gets moving LEDs?
Her own tattoos that are alive and lighted?
And they get to be their
They
own
settle,
design?
they settle into a place on her
Don't
body.
you wish you had been stabbed and nearly killed
Yes!
and also completely botched like 50 rolls to try and save yourself?
Many. Yeah, you are fairly more injured. So the recovery process, though the spreading has stopped, it does not appear to be receding in any way, and you are definitely sort of tired and injured as a result of this, or Ziana is. Rather than ceasing the pain, there will be some lingering pain because of that ridiculous one on a saving throw, which thankfully you were not going to, probably weren't going to fail. You couldn't fail.
You had
It's
plus
just
10.
there
Why
were
do you keep saying this and then I roll like you're like, oh, she can't
on
possibly
that
fail
one, once you shook hands, the failing couldn't happen. It's just more of how painful it was. Or not painful. You might have gotten some hit points back if you'd actually succeeded on the saving throw. But you did not.
No.
You did not.
No, I did not. And that dice is now over there.
So with that, Ziana has invited the rest of the crew of the Batleth.
Not a
It's
cursed
being
one.
it's being shamed. Put it in the bubbly.
But
No,
I'm gonna
no.
put it in the.
I'm going to help it.
Are you gonna heal it? I was gonna just sage it.
Can
later.
you roll fix for me to see? No, we're fine. We're fine. That's not how the dice work. So you have invited the rest of the crew on there, following behind you as Ziana sort of stiffly walks back into the room that the alien was in. As you sort of round the corner, Ziana is in front of you, and you see now the person. She has her helmet off, and so you see the features that she had that I described earlier, but I shall re-describe. Her skin is sort of a dark purple with a sort of hint of blue to it. She's got these sort of tendrils that are very similar to the ones that the creatures had, but appeared almost be kind of like in this complicated braid going down the back of her head. They sort of start from the center of her forehead and go all the way down her neck. And there's a few sort of lines of bioluminescence. At this point, both of her gloves are off, and you can see that she's got patterns of bioluminescence running down both of her arms. And they kind of go all the way up, and there's a few lines kind of leading onto her head and then into the tendrils. Her eyes are fairly large and round with slits in them, almost like owl, sort of like a cross between owls and cat's eyes, sort of fairly flat features. She doesn't really appear to have any sort of sticking out ears or a nose. It's all sort of fairly flat. And actually kind of nose-wise, probably fairly similar to yours, like the flat nose with kind of this more of the nostril slits.
Ziana's got a really
To-
big bump, but yeah.
There's like, there's sort of like places for the features, but none of them are particularly prominent. And there's sort of a very fluidity to her movement that is reminiscent of Thea's. She kind of turns to you. Ariuta nefta to Sarinjo.
Thea. Salmon bars.
Lieutenant
bars.
Conrad Carls Jr. Lieutenant is a title.
What in the star-spangled galaxy is going on here?
And you sort of said, this is my ship. I've been here for a while, but when the rays woke up, I did as well.
So Ziana will convey all of this, and then like the rays.
That is what we call the not Leviathan.
I did that.
I
mean,
I don't
I'm
think
sorry.
she like so.
I'm like,
Apparently,
oh, crap.
this thing is called the rays.
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 The ship
What?
or the people?
Yeah. My
It's-
question.
No,
They
the
The ship we're on or the ship...
They can
the
join
ship
as
in-
well. It's permanent.
well, what is that? I mean, can I
This will be
can I
your ship.
leave?
For times, yes. It's not permanent. It's painful to leave for the long periods of time. It's what there's. I don't actually know. It might work differently with you.
What?
I can't.
I can't.
Okay, one thing at a time.
I can
we,
explain more, but if they would, it might
Can we
help.
try first the
Yes.
scientist?
So she'll go over and kind of take the helmet off, and all of you sort of see like the blue is sort of moving up the face, and kind of the lips are starting to sort of stitch together.
Thea pulls out her knife.
Is she going to kill me?
You said as soon
No,
as it
she's
was
not.
blue.
She's not going to kill you. Are we beyond hope?
I'll do what I can, but it might just give them a less gruesome death. It's probably,
Your way or my way would be less gruesome.
I don't know if it will stop them from turning. Their brain is probably already gone, but it will stop it and leave them dead.
You said when they turn blue.
Would you like me to try?
Try. And
So she takes her hand and just sort of like puts it on the forehead, and you see, all of you see the lines of bioluminescence begin to glow, and kind of the parts between her fingers sort of merge onto the person and wrap around for a moment on the head. She sort of clenches her hand and lets out like a grunt of pain, and you see like she rips her hand away quickly, and the body convulses. The blue is no longer spreading, and you almost see this kind of exhale of air. You don't hear a heartbeat anymore.
What did she do?
the same thing that she did to me.
Well, that's not good then, because this person's dead.
What?
Are you gonna live?
There is nothing left to survive.
What is she saying?
She said that there's whatever
She like goes and sits down.
whatever those things were. She calls them the Hollow. She says that they were people of whatever race she is. The Promisen?
Permission.
Promisen.
Permission.
Promisen.
Persimmon.
Do you speak their
No,
language?
not
How
persimmon.
did you learn their
Permission.
language?
Permission.
All right, I'm gonna show you something, and I need you to remain calm.
Well, that's not. I mean, now you just. Now I'm really. Like, he was like leaning against.
He's like already
like,
freaking out.
now.
I'm gonna just like put my arm around Kika and be like, I'm always calm.
All right.
Now you've just got me all worked up, and now it's gonna be a thing. And
so she unfastens the glove to her vac suit, and as she pulls it off, reveals that all of her red scales have gone purple. A number of the scales actually are just completely gone now. And the bioluminescent tendrils that come up her arm move relatively straight before they begin to swirl just before disappearing under the vac suit, with a few small offshoots here and there. I was infected, but she said that because they hit me in the shoulder instead of somewhere in my head, it was taking longer, and she was able to treat it in time, which was not the case for the scientists.
I check the vitals on the scientist.
So you're not gonna die?
I mean, we're going to die someday, but
Okay.
not of this.
you're not gonna die today.
When
Good
you
time
go
to get
over,
existential.
you don't even need to make a heal check. There is absolutely no vital signs. There is no movement. There is no heartbeat. You should also tell them it's like a vaccine. You can't get infected.
She says that it's like a vaccine, that I'm immune now.
Oh,
They would be as
And-
well.
She can make you immune as well, but there seems to be some kind of catch. It means, oh God. Okay, just stay with me. I'm just gonna tell you what she told me. It's this thing that we're on, this ship, is apparently alive. It's a creature of some kind, I guess. And she is its voice.
You hear in your head, you're doing really well.
In my head?
Mhm.
What?
Oh, sorry. You don't know yet.
Oh, God, we'll get to that. So, but she said that it's possible that now, because she's treated me, I am part of the crew, and that I might not be able to leave for long periods of time.
This is all ridiculous. We just need to get back to Ica space
With
and
what?
be done with this. We failed this mission. Three scientists.
No.
I had one job.
We got 3 scientists to here.
We did do that.
We did half the mission.
Well, I'd say 25. What are we all looking at?
Thea, do you think we're getting paid? Then we failed. People have died. Our ship, our means of escape, is now skewered.
I have an idea of how we might be able to fix that. But it will involve going back into the ship, which is slowly coming online.
Oh, God.
I don't know what you did, but it is waking up.
What's going on?
We have woken up the rays that this vessel that we are all trapped on.
In fairness, it's very destroyed. It might not kill us. Well, it might not be able to get out of this area of space, but it'll probably kill us. I
She
estimate
thinks-
there's at least 1,000 more hollow on
Oh,
board.
God.
How did you figure out how to talk to her?
It's this. It's what she did to me. I can understand her now. She can understand me. She says that she can do the same, except
And then you
Psionics.
hear again in your head, we can also communicate like this.
she's also apparently talking in my brain.
Psionics.
No.
More of that. Just like that crew member of yours.
Excuse me?
like me.
Is she there with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course she is. Excuse me?
What, you think I don't know all about them? We learned about them at the academy.
It's not my concern what you know or you don't know, only the tone with which you are speaking about my crew.
Oh, tone. Crew. You call this a crew? After the disaster of a mission that this has been.
Please inform me, Lieutenant. Exactly what did you do or would have done differently in order to make this have turned out any better? Sometimes shit happens. Sometimes people die. This is real life. Welcome to your job. Look, I'm not going to order you to do what it is that she's asking. I'm not going to order you to do something that could bind you to this ship. However, she says that it's the only way that you become immune to what those things are. And in order to get out of here, we have to go back in. There are perhaps 1,000, maybe more of the hollow in there. I can't make this decision for you.
All right, how do I do it? Kika, we've got to. It's either that, or we're gonna have to face these things, and then you're gonna have to get it anyway. Except next time, maybe they'll just get you in the brain.
They're pretty scary. They're big.
Look, I'm gonna do it too.
You always do things though.
But
Are they?
They're discussing.
This is lunacy.
this is survival. You
If
wanna
you
die?
want to stay on
here.
the ship, we'll go and take care of it.
I
You
am.
can sit here.
Take care of what exactly? What?
Whatever it is that we need to do in order to get out of here, in order to survive.
There is nothing that I won't do to get out of here and back to a sane civilization.
Except
This
mercy murder.
Listening to half a conversation is very hard.
Look.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
No, I think
They seem animated.
I'm not going to force them into
No,
this decision.
no, they should. I'm sorry that had You're not dead.
No, I prefer this to death.
I just.
You notice
you
when
don't
she's
have to do
talking
this.
to that she's still speaking her language. Like there's clearly the translation is happening somewhere, and when the alien is talking, she's speaking her language. So like their understanding is not happening on a verbal level.
Like, I was the one who turned on.
Kika, this
I
is
made
not
it
your
purr.
fault.
It's.
Kika,
No.
I like
who
to
knows
show
what
off.
the scientists would have done? It's no one's fault. It's not their fault. It's not your fault. We came here to study something that no one really understood.
I'm just saying.
Just don't.
I mean, we're gonna do it because if like no, you guys can't make the thing purr. I can make it purr, so I need to go back in there to make it not purr.
I'm not letting you go alone.
I got this one.
It's your choice. As it's yours.
I mean, I would like you to be there.
Make
but
whichever one
Okay, I'm
you
gonna
feel
do.
comfortable with. No one here.
We're running out of time, and
Okay.
so she puts out her hand.
If you're going to take her hand.
Yeah, this is gonna take a while.
Kika first, while Thea like undoes her gloves, and grabs her little batty claws like kind of awkwardly, and her fingers curl around.
Yeah.
The bioluminescence will run down her arm, and you'll kind of have this moment where you're like the muscles sort of flock, and you're looking at her, and then she lets go, and you have the lines along your arm that will settle along them.
This is what we were looking at. Like,
You're just
I can
all
feel
over
it
the
now.
claw. Did that work? And you understand what she's saying.
You can feel the arm if you want.
no, I mean like
Welcome aboard, Kika.
Kika.
I'm Aryuta. You can call me Ari. It
That's
might be
easier. Yeah, Ari.
You have strange words.
Shorter ones are better. We can go faster. All right.
This is Sarin. Sarin.
It's not it. Okay.
I can
All
give you
right.
the spelling.
All
if
right.
you'd
We're
like.
still gonna get murdered. Like
It's
let's be
spelled
real.
with a TS.
You
so
should put
it's
it on the
a-
wiki.
I will.
Are we?
I've been kind of waiting. I had this in a separate document that wasn't shared with anyone, so I can dump a bunch of it into the wiki now.
So just to be clear, now we won't get stabbed. We are immune to stabbing, right?
No, you still might get stabbed.
Oh, okay.
But we
Well,
just don't die.
You just won't become the blue thing.
Yeah.
what is that? I don't know what we're looking at.
It's in my sketches.
Is that
What are
is that
This
Sarin?
one's Sarin, and then this one's the Rays.
Ooh, they're like space bugs.
Tentacles. Yeah. I can tell you more about them later.
Please
Yes,
do.
please.
Okay. Okay. So we're still gonna die.
I made art. Well, you might die, but you won't turn into a hollow.
Okay.
Small
Plus
victories.
I mean, yeah.
Anyone else? The same thing will happen.
Okay.
You'll kind of lock hands. And she has a moment, she's like, both your hands like do this weird like, you're sort of like, huh. This sort of like an understanding will pass as you sort of feel the muscles tense, and then the lines work their way up, and you are able to understand her.
Hey, wait. Can I
the
talk?
lines are the symbol of being part of a crew.
Wait, we didn't have tattoos before.
They are the markings of belonging.
Well, I think she means crew in a different sense.
Okay. Okay. Oh, well, we could belong with
Yes.
uniforms.
You don't have to wear a uniform, although that was traditional. Yes. We don't have...
I'm not wearing a
Here-
uniform.
Well,
I don't think we would have one that fits any
don't.
of you.
Oh, thanks.
Lieutenant, arm yourself. Stay here. If anything crosses in, do what you can.
Come on, Salmon Bars, join us.
He's young. He's even.
He
Is
can
his
make
name
his-
Salmon Bars or
No,
Carl?
It's Conrad.
it's Conrad Carls Jr.
Yes.
It's Salmon Bars.
Oh yeah, I can't argue with that voice.
How hard are you trying to convince her?
She's not. She's literally smiling. She's literally like, it's Salmon Bars.
And then she just says the word Salmon Bars and holds out her hand. Conrad. Dasakeno Miyasa.
It's up to you.
I mean, I wanted Thea there because she's good at stabbing.
And I
so
will leave
don't-
it to Cheryl to decide what Hexy does.
But
But we don't really have any more time, so take a gun, sit here. If
Go-
we don't make it back, do your best.
I don't need to stay here in order to be useful. But I don't trust this alien or this procedure that you're going through.
Did see. No, okay, my hand is fine.
Yeah.
If he wants to turn into a hollow, that is on his head. Or lack of one.
Conrad.
He has made his choice.
He has made his choice. And he understands what he's signing up for.
So,
I can respect that.
I can't. It's a dumbass move.
Thea,
It is.
regardless, the rays, it has its brain, in essence, its core. The best place, it is incredibly weakened and damaged. It was nearly destroyed before it caught us. And then the way to get it to let go is to finish the job. And you can do that from the inside.
so we have to destroy the brain of this
The
thing.
central nerve. It's a fairly complex web, but I can direct you to a place where it can be destroyed. It should let both of the ships go, or at least stop it from being quite so difficult to escape.
Like when you stab like a jellyfish in the I don't know what that is.
Also, ideally, we can trigger it to, in essence, destroy itself. This should not be found by anyone else. Because it will do to them what it did to you, and I will not be there.
Is there anything valuable that we should make sure is taken care of?
I suppose we could try and get information from it. I'm not really sure what its goals were.
The scientists did that. They was talking about it. They're like, we're gonna start. Well, darn here, we're gonna take all the energy and all the brains from the
You
thing.
interfaced with it.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
read a bunch of
That
stuff
would be
on
why
there.
it probably started waking up. You might actually be able to read it now. It's our language.
Oh, I volunteered to go collect the scientist stuff.
You are not going anywhere alone. What part of 1,000 hollow did you not hear?
They shouldn't all wake up. At least not unless you powered on more sections than you did. It'll be what did you do?
What did you do, Kika?
I mean, I powered on a couple of them. What's the room that you were in? I powered that one on.
Well, but then you powered it off again.
I mean,
She turned it off.
If the ship has if the rays has any residual power, it will find a way.
All of
to
the
it's
equipment
deactivate.
is
it's
still hooked up.
it's still attached to the ones that I did it, so it still has some battery left. I would.
We should start there.
I'm
It's on the interior.
only getting 3/4 of this conversation, but it sounds like.
He can get less if
We-
we want, and she says it just directly into all of your heads.
But it's
That's
apparently
literally
she's a bit
Thea's
of a
response.
dick. But, all right.
Welcome
I mean,
to
that's
Lauren
actually, she probably
Giavan.
doesn't say that because she didn't hear what he said. Like, does he?
But it
I'll let
sounds
you translate.
it sounds like we need to go and remove the equipment that was attached. If there's to be any chance of escaping this place, I am quite happy to go there and do that.
Oh great.
That is the first
Great.
step, removing the equipment and unhooking power supplies.
And that
But-
should prevent the ship from the rays from being able to turn any more of itself on.
Hopefully that will stop more rooms from being turned on. But as far as I understand, we don't know that possibly it's already activated some of these things.
I mean, that's how it did to your ship.
How fast can it summon its own hollow? Like, can it do it like once every time amount?
Is this Claudia's way of asking how quickly can I spawn monsters? How quickly can you kill them, Claudia? I got at least 1,000.
Well, no. Well, Kika's actually honestly very curious about it, but Claudia's also like,
It can activate as many as it has power to do so at one time.
okay, so all of them.
But likely the ship is not none of its crew are going to be in the condition to be activated quickly or efficiently. Many of them would have died if their pods were damaged. They don't breathe or eat, but they are fed and kept alive by the ship.
Apparently there's crew that's...
No, the Hollow are the crew.
Oh, never mind. Just kidding.
The Hollow are
There's a
the
bunch of
crew.
Hollow.
There's anywhere between 200 and 900 and 2,994 to 1,000.
But we still need to collect the data and get that back onto the ship so it stops powering things up.
Well, every moment we're wasting here is giving the ship more chances
Agreed.
to
Couldn't agree
Okay.
more.
marshal its forces against us. So, I say we move out.
Sure.
With you. Oh,
Can we get into the ship at all? Because I mean, isn't that where your sword is? And your sword is large.
If you want to take some time to get into yours, right now trying to fly it out of here will likely rip it in half. They are very strong jaws.
I would rather it not be ripped in
But
half. and
if you
still
can-
hang it off.
Open your ship, you should be able to get it out.
Kika,
said
you
the
were working
Batleth?
on that. Yes. You were working on that, weren't you?
Alexana's, we pretty much can pop that open whenever you
Is
need
that
to.
your voice?
Oksana, she's the AI.
I wouldn't call her a voice as much as a
She's not a
sassy.
Oh, she is not alive.
No, ours is fake. I mean,
There are living AI that we know of, but she is
I have been
not
gone
exactly
for a long
one of
time.
them.
How long?
I don't have any real concept of how much time has passed because I was not conscious.
Fair enough.
You're all
right.
wasting time.
All
I need to get back to Ica space. I'm not waiting for any of you any longer.
I mean-
And Conrad reaches into his pack and he pulls out a green, like, soda can. And it says Space Mountain Dew on it.
No, it says
Fountain Dew.
Dew.
And he says, "Time to get vertical." And he cracks it open and drinks it down. In game terms, this
What did
is
he just drink?
this is psych.
Okay.
So it gives him a boost to morale, +1 to all skill checks, but it also makes him like really convinced of his own abilities and unwilling, like he won't go for cover or anything like that.
Perfect.
Okay.
This is
Oh,
everything.
And
the
he-
only one who's not immune.
And he
Yep.
and he storms out of there.
oh no! Oh,
He's like, bye.
So as he storms away, I will come with you. I'm not the best in a fight, but it'll be fine. I will be there in case he
Yes.
gets attacked.
Yeah, behave.
We'll go
He's
to
gone.
where you store the scientist's equipment, and then I'll take you to the core, the
All right.
brain
Thea,
of the
Just-
race.
Oh, I'm with him.
think. Oh,
He
you
was
left
gone.
with him?
Yes,
Damn
he
it.
left. I was like, bye.
I thought you meant peace out to him.
Oh no.
So
Someone.
there, interesting. You notice, she'll talk. You'll hear her voice in your head. If he gets attacked, tell me very quickly.
Okay. Is there anything valuable?
I
on your...
don't know what you mean by this.
Okay.
It is-
She wants to steal something.
that part I understood. I don't.
They don't
think
have the concept of property.
they do.
It
It's
belongs
just
to
on
the
the
giant
rays,
ship.
maybe not.
They believe in
The
sharing.
rays will
I believe in
try
sharing.
to adapt.
Into my
When it
pockets.
knows we're coming.
Everyone can share into my pockets.
If we get back to Ica space, and not only are all of the scientists dead, but the one damn guardian we had is dead,
We're gonna get blamed.
very much going to be blamed.
Okay, I'm gonna just. May I?
Yes.
Ari will
Calls her up.
kind of take her gun back.
Yes.
And hold on to it, like puts the helmet
gonna-
back on. And
I'm gonna make a very
suits
quick
up.
pit stop if possible to get my sword.
Yeah, I want my bow.
So the three of you are gonna go and head to the Batleth and try and get the doors open. You actually did some pretty good work earlier, so give me one more fix and intelligence.
10.
That'll do it. With Oksana's help, you get the door open, and Oksana's like, "Captain on board. Welcome back, Ziana."
Thank you, Oksana.
Oksana, you gotta merge with the ship. Batleth. It's kind of cool. You get LEDs. You already have LEDs.
Don't move.
You good dog.
Don't move.
I'm like putting on like.
I'm sorry, do you want me to power on or off?
No, just stay where the way you are. Just be ready.
Yes, Captain.
And don't open the door for anybody but us.
I'm not sure I have that level of control, but I'll certainly do my best.
Well, we'll try. So Ziana books it real quick to her quarters. Keeping in mind there are only 3 rooms on the ship, on the Batleth. One of them is absolutely, totally hers.
Yes.
It's more her third than her quarter.
Yeah, it's more her third than a quarter, and I'm not.
That's jokes.
No. And another one is Hexy's, and then the third is supposed to belong to the 2 of them, to Kika and to Thea.
I hide things in the engine.
Except Kika sleeps by the engine, so
I can hide things.
So I
in
get
there.
a bunk all to myself.
So Ziana.
Sometimes you wake up and Kika's just like there.
And she's like,
Ziana, after briefly unloading Kika, because she has to strap her sword to her back. The sword is quite large. It is of an appropriate size to someone who is 7 feet tall. And it has a very slight curve to it, not like a scimitar, but a very slight curve to it. Ornate carvings in the blade. It looks old, but extremely well cared for. And at the end, the blade hooks back into a few flat spikes, so that if you would just swing it the other way, you could really like tear into something.
Nice. Yes, good. So you've grabbed your very large weapon, and you make your way back and kind of headed towards them. You notice as you leave that Ari is just sort of like put her hand on the ship and like kind of touching it in this
Don't touch
very
it.
like quizzical. Like,
No, I am this one speaker.
you said it wasn't alive.
No, it's me. It's totally me. Let's go. Pick me up.
Engineers are very picky.
Fascinating that you built this.
You have a sword.
Yeah, no, you should.
Pick me up.
I didn't build it. It's
that someone built it. What is? No. What, do you,
if you wouldn't mind.
I scurry.
Don't worry, you'll get used to it. Let's go.
okay. And you walk on. You guys, however, have stormed ahead.
I'm running. I'm-
Hexy will probably stay on the Batleth for now until instructed to join you.
Yeah.
for narrative reasons.
For narrative reasons. I don't want to like actively control someone else's character,
Yeah.
so we
Maybe-
just kind of have like the silent PC for a moment. She is
Ziana
writing
has asked
a
her to
song.
guard things.
probably to like make sure the ship
And has absolutely
Maybe she could send an SOS.
no ulterior motives.
Conrad is Conrad. He's fervent. He's running down the hall. He's determined. He's got this juice going through his system now. As soon as he gets in there, he's going to
It's
start
Mountain Dew.
grabbing. Yes, he's going to be Space Mountain Dew.
Stop.
He starts grabbing whatever he can and starts unhooking it and getting it ready to take.
Okay,
the ship.
so as you tear down the hallway and you kind of turn the corner into the room, roll me a notice and wisdom.
All right. Let's 6.
Yeah, you go into the room.
To be clear, I do have the alert.
Okay, what does that give you?
Which means I cannot be taken by surprise.
Excellent. That is a good thing because as you step into the room, like one of the hollow that with the longer limbs sort of turns
I instantly
and
level
its
my.
eyes look at you. Roll initiative, you two.
All right.
I
Is
was
it on
gonna
the
be a
roof
little
ceiling?
bit behind him
Yeah.
because I was.
So you're not going to get an action on this
Okay,
turn.
perfect.
You'll get one next.
It's
It's 1d8
right.
plus your dex.
And I got 8.
Okay.
Nice. Oh, totally.
2.
Yeah. Oh, that's about right.
All right. So Conrad, you are able to take the first shot as it stares at you.
All right. I instantly level my rifle, and without even thinking twice, I fire it. 17.
That'll hit.
When I hit.
Nice.
And it's 1d12. 13 damage.
You
Holy shit.
blast it.
That
The
was a
creature,
natural
like,
12 on the
yeah,
die.
a natural 12. That is how much HP it has.
Good job.
As
that's
a
right.
massive hole went into it, it splats against the wall
You're between me and home.
Oh god.
behind you.
I forgot about the one.
Another one hisses, or like a guttural sort of noise, if something could make a noise out of its nose, as
I
it
spin around.
lunges at you. And I assume 19 will hit.
Yeah, and I've got the vac suit on too.
Yes, so 13
that
AC.
also-
So it's going to attack you, and it deals 3 damage as it stabs in. You notice this is one of the longer-limbed ones, not the one with the carapace, essentially. And so you are not infected.
Oh wait, it only gets infected by the carrot.
But I'm also
Oh, but
down to
I don't
only
think-
4
Yeah, I don't think we know
health
that.
points. So
No,
Okay.
you don't.
Okay.
So you don't necessarily know, but yeah, it has lunged at you and clawed. Thea, I assume you're just walking swiftly.
Oh,
and
I
with
was
purpose.
I was sneaking.
You were
like,
sneaking. Okay, roll me a
because I wanted
roll me a
to.
stealth.
Okay.
I guess stealth, sneak. Sorry, and dexterity probably for this one.
That is an 8.
Okay. You are fairly comfortably moving down quietly. You don't think anything has you have drawn anything's attention. Conrad, there's one on you.
like it's on me or
No, like it's sort of pulled back.
Yeah, I take another shot. And that's 12. Oh no, 13, sorry.
That will hit.
All right. Whew.
Yeah.
Close call. Do the math right, Dan. Do the
Oh,
math
you use
right.
it.
I did.
I want to fix it.
7.
It kind of stutters back and scrapes a little bit, but it's able to leap forward and goes in for another attack.
No,
19, I assume, will hit you again.
Conrad, you're so infected.
Nope, let me reroll it. That landed 4 points of damage.
And that's I'm down.
At this
Do I
point,
come around the corner
you come
now?
around the corner. You have been sneaking, so you will have surprise over it. So
Okay,
when you
good.
attack, you will get a +2 bonus.
Okay. That's good.
As it sort of leans over. And it seems at this point to be leaving Conrad alone. Like it goes back to, and it sort of moves up and seems to be interfacing with something that the researchers have done. Or it seems to be moving towards the equipment.
Okay.
And it leaves Conrad on the ground.
Can I? How long do I have to get a Lazarus patch on him?
You have 6 rounds.
6 rounds.
Each round adds plus. So each round, like this round right now, the difficulty with a Lazarus patch for your heal check will be 6. Each round after that, your difficulty will increase by 1 per round.
Okay. Crap. I am not the healer.
Yeah, I think our healer
Do
is
we
unconscious.
have a
Yeah.
No, I
Oh
also
yeah,
heal.
yeah.
Fixing robots and people are the same.
I think you
Essentially.
need heal to use a Lazarus patch, though.
No, you don't. But it is so healing to stabilize you. I mean, it still helps with heal. It's still a heal test. You're not required to have a heal level to use it, which is how some of the drugs work. So some of them require a level in healing in order to actually apply the drug or the treatment. In this case, you can just do it without one.
Because it's a Lazarus patch.
All right. I can see that he's down. I can see that the guy has gone back, or girl has gone back to the equipment.
You are stealth, so if you
I
want to
am
place the
stealth.
Lazarus patch, you will be able to do so without calling attention to yourself. Because the creature is, the hollow is moving towards the scientist's equipment and appears to have just left, like, great, I dealt with it.
entirely.
I don't care about him anymore.
Can I see anybody else in the room?
Give me a notice and wisdom. And I'll let you do that, and it won't count as your action for the round before you decide what you want to do.
It's a 5.
You don't.
I don't. Okay.
You don't see anything else in the room.
I'm going to like do this, like look at you and do this.
I'm
So
dead.
when
I'm dying.
you
Okay,
are
so
when
he's
you are
just- he's
attacked and
unconscious?
unconscious, you can sometimes you can either be unconscious. You can also just be like in extreme pain and shock and unable to do anything functional.
Oh, so they could be like,
So I'm
So
gonna.
you can
So
kind
in
of
this-
decide based on like the sort of attack that it was, but it just essentially means you are incapacitated.
Yeah, in this case, I think he's just been pushed past like any point of. It's like I don't think it was like penetrating damage. I think it was like more bludgeoning, and he's just had his complete sense knocked out of him, and he's
cross-eyed and
yeah, like
dazed.
you probably can't even tell if he's still conscious or not, but
So Thea's still gonna be like, and then she's gonna sneak over and slap a Lazarus patch on him. Hopefully. What do I roll for that health check? The
It's heal, so it'd be 2d6 plus either, and the higher of wisdom or intelligence I'll take in this case.
I'm so sorry, Dan. I got 2.
Total?
Oh yeah, but -1, right? Because I don't have heal. So 1.
So you slap the heel of the Lazarus patch on him, and nothing happens.
or she like slaps it on the outside of the suit, or
Yeah, you forget. Yes.
Well, there's a Lazarus patch, like,
Yeah,
opening,
there's an
right?
opening.
Yeah, she doesn't
but
do
So
it.
maybe
yeah.
she doesn't do it right.
I forgot to open the opening first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just sort of
Got
put it on the
excited.
outside of the suit.
I got
I
really
will
excited.
say, I'm gonna
Nope,
see.
don't be nice.
No, you did not expend it.
I didn't
You-
expend it?
Yeah, you
Okay.
still like it is still functional. You put it on there, and you're like,
That wasn't right.
Is there a frowny face
well,
on it?
Can
I'll
I...
get, I'll get to rolling a new character while you guys.
I can mind think. So I'm gonna mind think to the AI and say,
"Are you an
"You got
expert?
stabbed." Oh no, but she can
What's your class?
think to us too. I am an expert.
Isn't your expert skill that you can automatically succeed on one skill check per scene?
Are we heroic PCs?
Oh my
Yes.
god, it is!
That is literally like that is your class benefit. I don't think you had.
I
to
mean,
would
if
like
you
to
want
just
to use that
I
to
would-
keep Conrad
Do you
from
remember
dying.
how last episode she told me I was a warrior?
But I forgot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. The only time you don't get it is when you multi-class, and you're pure expert, right? You
Pure
didn't
expert.
Yeah. So in this system, there's only 3 classes. There's psionics, experts, and warriors, or you can do a multi-class where you split. So if you split, you don't gain the like special feature of the class, but in this case, the expert special feature is that you can auto succeed on a skill check once per scene.
Per game
so-
day.
No, it's per scene.
Okay.
Sweet.
I'm
So-
pretty sure. I'll double check that,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure it's per scene. That's how
Because that's
I was
a
changing it.
lot.
Well, it just depends on how many times I think we change scene during the course of a game. And so, like, the same thing, a warrior can succeed automatically once per game. But I think you took a split class, so you have neither of those abilities. So would you
I
like
have a
to
lot
use...
going for me right now.
Yes, so I would. So she like slaps it on, realizes that it's still there, pulls it off, rips it up, slaps it back on.
All
and puts
while
it back
still
down.
being sneaky.
Oh,
So you get all the
Like
way
a
through
boss.
that. And because she expended her auto success, I'm going to let you come back with one hit point now, rather than... So, like, you are jolted back into some level of consciousness,
Oh,
so you
wait.
would be able to move or run.
Right as I do this, I like slap a hand over his mouth.
It's like doing an EpiPen. Instead of it's blue to the sky, orange to the thigh, but you just got it the wrong way around and you nearly stabbed yourself in the head.
Yeah, 'cause that's a
That's
thing.
why you never put your thumb on top of the EpiPen.
I didn't know that. Now I'm never gonna forget it. Blue to the sky, orange to the thigh.
I mean, that's,
what
if you're
it's
using
for.
a brand name EpiPen.
And also never, ever, ever put your thumb on the top of it, because that's really
That's-
painful.
Also, you're not supposed to slam it down because you can have a bounce back. You're supposed to bring it to the leg and then press it.
So I bring the Lazarus to his arm and then press in, but I'm also like, hand over the mouth.
So I'm back. I have 1 hit point. Thank you. And I also still have drugs in my system telling me that I'm undefeatable and I need to keep going no matter what.
Do I still have my Lazarus patch?
Well, see, I used 2.
Actually, roll me a physical save.
All right. That hit the die. I couldn't tell it. 3.
You really should have taken that 19 that you rolled. Yeah, no, the drugs are still in your system. The Lazarus patch did not clean them out.
Could have been a 19.
Could have been a 19. I would have let you take that
Could
too.
have been a 19. Hear that? Internet could have been a 19.
You
But
know,
I wanted to play legit. So
I
it's
think-
a 3.
I think every game somebody gets to almost die. That's the rule, right? Last time
Currently.
it was you.
To be clear, leveling up happens pretty quickly in this system, so you guys will be leveling up very soon, which
If you
means you'll be
live.
getting like another 5 hit points
Remember when I got
on
2?
average.
At first, I had 2 hit points,
Yeah.
and then you were like, "You should have 6," and I was like, "Ah, it's gonna be fine."
And now I actually up to you. You gained more, and you guys lost 1 each.
We redistributed.
But
Yeah.
we made a system. I just stole it from another RPG. So in this system, you roll 1d6 to get your hit points, which means you can, in fact, have 1 hit point.
As I did.
Combat is
Well, as I
intended to be
currently
lethal,
do.
which, like, that's not the part I have the issue with. I would like them to not automatically die if they get hit.
Yo,
They're also wearing way worse armor than a lot of them.
we
normally
are
wear.
wearing pretty. I'm wearing.
We're wearing
Yeah,
super
because
shitty
of the
armor
vac
right now.
suits.
Wearing a vac suit's the same.
So,
You're not the
whose
tank,
turn is
though.
it?
At this point, it's probably yours.
So I'm.
But Thea is like hand on you, on top of you. You were gonna be at a penalty to try and take an action right now without taking like a momentary breather in the midst of combat. Normally it would
Unfortunately,
take
I
10
don't-
minutes.
I don't think I'm capable of taking a breather.
Yeah, no, I know.
So I see Thea there. I don't really know what she's up to, but I also see my rifle there. And I reach it, and I aim, and I take a shot at
Over her shoulder?
the. I'm not shooting over her shoulder. She's next to
He's
me.
best boy.
Oh,
He is best
No,
boy.
He is best boy.
And I shoot it at the hollow that attacked me.
or is it like?
So you were at a -2.
It's like a badass
Alright.
on the side.
But a +1 from the truck. So.
That's true. So it nets out.
But I don't think the 9 total is gonna do it. So
As
I do have another D20.
yeah, maybe give that one
Yeah.
give that one a roll. Hey. So as you take a shot, 9 does not do it. The shot goes wide. It it slices past, and the rays, who's now it's their turn, turns around and sees the two of you. And it goes towards Thea, who happens to be closer.
You stupid.
Does 14 hit?
It does.
It does.
It
'cause
does.
you have-
I have a vac suit on.
do you no? Just because you have the back suit, you still add the Dex bonus to your AC.
It does not hit. Wait, what was it?
14.
And it has, if it's equal, does it still hit? 'Cause it's
Attacker
14.
wins.
Ah, well then, it hits.
It does hit. So you take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
And I'm just there saying, "No, come at me, bro."
Yeah. Come at him, bro.
It's your turn, Thea.
Thea says that. Yeah, come at him, bro.
That's his.
And then she pulls out her rifle and she throws it at him.
It's right next to you. They only do melee
Oh.
attacks, so you can like
Oh yeah,
club
okay,
it.
so she's pull it and she's just gonna.
Does she
Just
have a
gonna club
dagger?
it.
Doesn't?
Yeah, but she's
It's for
also got her
ceremonial purposes
rifle.
only.
Alright.
This is her rifle.
It's for ceremonial stabbing.
It's only for mercy murders. That's it.
That's it.
Mercy, quote unquote, murders.
You're at a -2
It's an 8.
total.
Yeah.
That misses.
Okay.
It's gonna take another shot at you now that you have engaged it in combat. Oh, that's not the wrong die. That was the attacking die.
Uh-oh.
I'm rolling
Dude.
really well.
Do I not get another turn before?
Oh
that,
no,
or-
it's your turn. Yeah, sorry.
Keep your roll.
No, I
Oh,
won't.
thank
I
God.
rolled a
Alright.
20.
Oh,
I'll be
good.
nice. I won't keep that.
Ah!
No!
You want to borrow my die?
No. I want my dice to behave.
I'll have both of you give me a exert and physical, unless you are riding on her back, in which case
I'm riding
Not
on
right.
shins.
She's riding on.
on
Oh,
your back.
that on my back. Okay, then I have to do an exert and physical. Ari is slow. She is not used to having a bat on her back.
8.
8. That's pretty good. So you just tear it after them. Actually, at this point, Thea, do you make like noises in your head?
I wanted to make the as soon as I walk in and see him get stabbed, I wanted to make the he's been stabbed response to her that she asked for.
So you hear it. All 3 of you hear he's been stabbed in your head. And she's like, trying to run. You are not as small as you appear.
If she says that, I'll step off. I'll like jump off and like do a little open parasail and then land.
And you glide down.
Because she needs to go.
to be clear, I was not stabbed.
But that's what Thea
I
said.
know, but just so long as we're
so
clear.
you were
No,
able
there was
to
claws.
Thea thing.
roll
Fake
in
news.
now. So go ahead and roll me your initiative.
I'm just so we're clear. Hashtag.
Oh yeah, we definitely make the beep beep noise.
You go in
Oh,
and
yeah.
you see the creature.
Just for the hell of it.
swipe, and I think I definitely know you have 14. It misses because it only rolled a 9.
Ooh,
As it swipes in, you like peel around the corner, having booked it. Thea's like
6.
a 6. Okay. You will go right after it. So you take stock of the situation and see what's happening.
Oh, is it my turn now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just swiped. You are in.
This
Best
one.
boys are done.
And this is the one that's on Dan.
Yes.
All right. That's
Well,
on
now it's attacking
Lieutenant.
Thea.
Oh, okay. So I am going to
I'm good, man.
pull my
got this
sword
guy.
off of my back. Thea, duck!
This one is
That was
mine.
totally-
Attack roll.
That's
Runs
totally
1d20.
superfluous. It's totally
Roll a 1d20.
Ah.
Hold on. I have to remember what I add to this. 7,
Your attack bonus.
8, 9,
Your skill.
10.
Shouldn't that be 2 though? Because you're a warrior.
I have a feeling.
Oh, did I put my
We're not
wrong
the
attack
most
bonus?
constituted.
No, it's +1. You have 0.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Seven,
It's because it's half your level.
9,
Yeah.
10.
Sorry, you guys have 0.
It's
Yeah.
10.
That will miss.
Yeah, I figured it would miss.
But it's not a 1,
It's
so you
not a
don't
one,
hit.
so I
like,
didn't
you don't
hit you.
Thea. She is able to duck. You
Yay!
smash down the creature at this point. It's Thea's turn, and then it'll be Conrad's.
She's gonna try and like club it with her. Actually, no, she's not. She's gonna try and like disengage.
Okay.
And then sneak.
Okay, so you're gonna use your main action and then your move action to help you do a fighting withdrawal and then to sneak. So go ahead and roll me your sneak and dexterity. Kind of roll them into one.
Five.
Yeah, it can tell.
Yeah.
It sort of is looking at you as you're like, whoop,
You can't.
That's exactly how that goes. Is you're slightly panicked, ducking away, but
with your
as
freaky
the
fingers,
sword, then as your sword slices past it, it kind of turns its attention to the next thing that is attacked it. It's very clearly focusing though on the thing with the big
I do
sword.
like it has rules.
What?
And it is Conrad's turn. I just forget you're supposed to really be unconscious this entire time, but that's fine.
I'm on the border of being unconscious, but
Yup.
so I saw Thea sort of like melt away, and I'm just, what's the pretty one doing? I don't care, because I'm the best boy. 15.
That will hit.
It actually does matter to me. It's very clearly I need to know the answer to this, and I will talk to Dan later.
Best boy?
No.
Oh.
He's the best boy, but which one of them's pretty?
Oh.
Maybe the monster is the pretty one.
Maybe.
Oh.
9.
9. That will be enough to blast it back as it collapses dead on the ground. You will probably have a moment before Ari and Kika are able to join you.
I'm very far behind.
Thea says one swear word, and then she walks over to where all of the information is, and she just like goes to just start like getting it together, just putting it away, putting everything away.
Conrad uses his rifle to like sort of stand up on his feet and then immediately falls back down again and then like just starts dragging himself over to the equipment.
I don't know how to respond to that.
That's what Ziana says, just standing there.
Just holding her sword like, what happened to him?
What happened?
There was a hollow here. And she
Dude,
puts her sword back on the hook on her back.
are
As-
you infected? And you just hear, that's some else, not like gibberish coming out.
Did it stab him? Have you been infected?
Yes.
I'm perfectly fine.
She
And
takes
I-
a moment and
as
looks
I
at
s-
them.
As I say that, I also pull a lift patch out of my pack and I slap it on myself.
'Kay.
And so that should heal me.
I think it's 1d8
All right.
in over the next 5 minutes.
Yeah. 8.
Nice.
Nice.
You heal 8 hit points over the course of the next 5 minutes, and that adds 1 system strain. So lift is essentially the equivalent of stimulant patch. And you heal 1d8 hit points over 5 minutes, and then it adds system strain, which is basically your max in constitution of how much like healing you can take before you need a day of rest.
Are we talking cure or cura? Or curaga?
It's cure.
It's
definitely
cure.
cure.
Okay.
Sure,
The
he
low
would know.
level.
But also, to be clear, I have the drugs I deliberately took that are like making me completely hyperactive. And then I also have the Lazarus patch, which just like has completely flooded my system with all sorts of like antibiotics
Oh, you're
and stuff like that.
tweaked.
Yeah.
And now a stimulant patch on top of that.
Yeah, you
So,
are in great shape.
yeah.
Super drugged up. That's how the Guardians do it.
I guess so.
We get it
True
done.
Guardian
When in
way.
doubt, pops.
So Ari will take a moment and kind of look at them and like lift up one of their claws and be like, "No, these are just the infantry. These ones cannot infect. He'll be okay."
So there's a difference. I mean, I know they looked different, but
And like in the room, there are still the
Yeah.
dead bodies of the other ones. Yes. On a ship like this, these were the ones they would send as boarding crew. to
the
convert.
infantry.
And she points at the ones that have the carapace covering. They are hardier. There are others that are more dangerous as well, but these would be like the basic frontline defense.
More
of
dangerous than the
conversion.
2 of these.
They may likely be dead on this ship.
Great.
They take more energy to run.
Carl's, Lieutenant,
What?
let me
What is it?
let me see your arm.
I'm busy.
Just give me your damn arm. And she's gonna look at the vitals readout on his suit.
Incredibly elevated, just like so much adrenaline and cortisol. There's
hell
like
did you
flaring
do?
warnings going on in certain areas, but like nothing indicating he's dying.
I'm doing what's necessary. I'm doing what needs to be done to get us back
Get a
to
damn
safety.
grip.
I have a grip on this equipment. Grrr.
I mean, he didn't know where it went.
He just
Like-
begins pulling on it. And with that,
Wait, get out. Am I in the room?
Yeah, Kika comes.
I get in the room.
Kika, they were doing something to this.
I can do this. Don't touch that.
And we will pause there as the whole group will say Hexy probably came with them in the slower party of people, and we will pause in this room back in the place of death with the, to be clear, decapitated body of Salir, several dead hollow, and hopped up lieutenant, and several other individuals waiting to figure out how to make themselves safe. And that is where we shall end our story tonight. We will be back next week. We'll be joined again by Hexy Kate, Cheryl, who's currently in Copenhagen, for another installment of Leviathan Distant Stars.
Hey, thanks so much for watching.
Yeah.
And don't go anywhere. We're
don't
gonna read the donations and then sound off,
Donations.
and then
Then
we
you can
go.
go.
Then you can.
Only then will you
Only
be
then.
released.
Lieutenant Pill Popper.
And only then will I permit you to
Oh,
die.
good. I want more nicknames.
That was from Paladin. Levy. Don't like Zana. I'm just finding DS Dan. Okay, that's one. Paladin Hulk with $5. That persimmon race of aliens sure is cool, right, everybody? Ha! Yes, thank you. And then BP Phantom with $10. Carl's Jr. This his thews wide. Conrad his abs oiled at the hollow. Hashtag
That one was good.
yes.
His
And
fist
then
closed.
flowers for Algernon, $25. For Dice Luck, Space Buckaroos. John Paul B, $20. The indomitable 1 HP Conrad. Kill them all!
It's my life motto.
And then lastly, but certainly not leastly, Roxion with $10 and no message.
Oh, you
Cryptic.
didn't even need to be witty to be welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much for all
guys.
of these donations. And you should check out, we have a Patreon now that you can support GeekSpaceTV. They are still technically donations because we are a non-profit. That's right, a non-profit streaming studio. It's awesome. What? So if you support the Patreon, you can claim that shit on your taxes. And
Well, no, you
Not-
can't.
not
not
yet,
yet, but
but
we're working on it.
soon.
And soon
Don't-
we'll also be working on
And
donation
it's
matching.
retroactive
Will-
if you do.
Ooh, and then it becomes retroactive.
As long as it happens within the next 27 months from now.
Within 27 months.
And if
I
not,
feel like that's a
we'll
good timeline.
Edit what Lauren said in
Yeah.
post.
We'll edit it in post, take down this video.
Burn it entirely.
It'll just become a series of beeps. But yeah, it's really cool. So you should check out that Patreon. I assume it's patreon.com/GeekSpaceTV. So check that out on the interwebs. You can also catch our VODs on Twitch as well as on YouTube if you've missed a show, or just to like send to other people and be like, here's a cool thing you should watch. Please tweet at us. A lot of us pay attention to #Leviathan. We will see those tweets, or you can tweet at us directly. We love fan art. There's going to be a fan art submission that will be happening soon, so you can send it to us and we can credit you officially, because we'll be putting that on the Wikia, which we also have, which you should check out at geekspacetv.wikia.com.
Which
I
is
might have
cool.
There's,
swapped those around.
we were at the beginning of the show. What?
Oh,
There was another
there's
donation.
another donation!
Uh,
Turn around.
there was I don't know if you've seen it yet, Dan. We were looking at it at the beginning of the show. There's already
in
fan art of Salmon Ladder.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Well,
Genova.
I'm
then
I'm both
Genova.
psyched and
Yes.
a little nervous for that.
Genova with $10 sets fire to chat.
Thank you.
There's a lot of fire happening.
It's a lot of fire. Lots of fire. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Genova. And with that, let's say where you can find us next when we're not here. And a reminder that this Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time is Exalted Games of Divinity with a crazy awesome cast. Same channel, slightly different time. It's going to be really great. You should check it out. And let's go around this way.
Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Lizzie the Bold. You can find me on Twitter and on Twitch at Lizzie the Bold. I stream 2 times a week. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. more of the torture that is Alien Isolation.
But on the plus side, nothing came out of your stomach
It's
today.
true. I mean, that was a big bonus. It helps that I didn't drink the soup or order the special. So
Change my order to the soup.
yes, I'm going to be playing Alien Isolation, and I also stream on Sundays at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And like things, I do things and stuff,
And stuff.
and it's pretty cool.
There's been a few others. Just to put, we have Trooper SJP.
Oh my God!
With $30, this will bring you to $300.
Oh!
And then the Unspeakable with $15. No comment.
Oh.
Oh.
Like specifically, no comment.
And there's another one.
It's
Oh,
because it
okay.
was
Oh
Oh my
unspeakable.
gosh, you guys!
You are insane.
You are so.
And then
thank
Well Dipper
you.
with $30 and Odious with $39. Go! There wasn't actually that many O's, but I had to say the word. Thank you so much. That helps keep the
Thanks, guys.
lights on and pay us, which mostly provides me with pumpkin spice lattes that I can justify because I'm like, ooh,
I streamed today.
I streamed today. I can afford this pumpkin spice.
Treat yourself.
At this rate, I can get paid.
Ooh!
Oh.
Yeah, that's important for us.
That'd be something.
Shoot, I forgot to write your checks.
It's all good.
No, it's cool.
It's all
Wow.
good. It's all good. Let's continue our sign-offs.
I'm Claudia, but on the Twitch and Twitter I go by Jackie Dash, JAKIDASH. Ding.
Ding.
Monday night I will be streaming. Monday Fun Day. Who knows? What I will be streaming, it will be games.
You still working your way through Final Fantasy?
Final Fantasy 9 or No More Heroes 2. It jumps between the two because some I just need stupidity and the other one I need too many feelings. And you could decide which one's which.
I know which.
Aww. I'm Sarah Scheller. I can be found on Twitch at SchellGame. That's SCHELL. Or you can find out more about what I do at sarahperforms.com. That's Sarah with an H, performs.com.
And I'm Dan Poslins at Dan Poslins. reminding you that Gallivant is terrible.
Oh!
You take that back. We are gonna fucking throw down after this, Dan. You are not making it out of the
I'm
studio.
just-
alive.
I'm
No,
just
but we need him
saying.
next week.
Oh shit.
And every week.
Maybe. He only has 1 hit point.
It's-
And
well,
I
I'm
have
9
been your GM, Lauren. You can find me at Random Tuesday on Twitter or twitch.tv/randomtwos or randomtwos.com. I am a cosplayer, crafter, general nerd, and I actually will be streaming as I stream on Tuesday evenings and Thursday morning. Oh boy. I'm still getting used to my new work schedule, but I will be streaming on my channel at 8 a.m. tomorrow. I may or may not have several props to finish for my Alana the Lioness
8
cosplay.
a.m. tomorrow.
8 a.m.
How many hours away is that for people who are not in this time zone?
Less than 12.
Less than 12 hours away.
Less than
It's
12
actually like
hours.
10. It's actually like 10 hours
Have
away.
fun.
Yeah. Oh no, I know. I've done this before. This is my third time doing the early stream.
Where are you gonna be? What are you?
I'm gonna
cosplaying?
be finishing my sword and shield for my Alana the Lioness cosplay.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited because that's for GeekGrowCon, which is this weekend. Which if you're in Seattle and you're gonna
Go
be at
check it out.
GeekGrowCon, you should come say hi. I will be there hosting the cosplay contest. I'm very excited. Oh yeah, and then on Sunday, if you want to see more RPGs, I will not actually be in it this week, but normally on Sundays I am in a Buffy the Vampire Slayer called Layla the Vampire Slayer RPG, in which I play a very angry witch.
The angriest.
It's very fun. Anna was a guest, and I'm mostly sad because her character was very attractive, like legitimately had a lot of points in attractiveness, but my character was not there, so we cannot ship them yet.
I mean,
That
You
literally
can't.
has never stopped anyone.
No, it
ever.
hasn't. My character has literally said, she is the most attractive girl I have ever seen.
whoa.
Ship it.
Ship it. And on
Put a
that,
stamp on it.
we will see you next week on this channel at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Thank
3
you so much
hours.
for joining us and all of your support and all of your donations to space and beyond. I don't know. I need a good sign off. Goodbye, guys!
Bye.